Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studios. With me today is Jiunn, Seth, guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing well.
Great White North Studios is excited for another review.
So today we are talking about the Warzone Short Churchill. Cigar is 6.5 inches by 48 ring gauge. Comes out of the La Zona factory in Nicaragua. Wrapper's Cameroon, binders from Honduras. Filler is from Nicaragua and Colombia. It is blended by Hector Alfonso. Price point is $8.99. Cigar was released in November of 2020. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Um, it was a bit of a letdown, unlike Seth.
Oh no. You wait. I have numbers.
um, yeah, I definitely enjoyed this one way less than the first one. And it was there's certain cigars where you light up and you're like, uh-oh, I get this charry, peppery note, and I really hope it doesn't stay for much longer, because if it does, it's gonna just be a consistent, average-ish experience, and that's exactly what it was for me. So I got a lot of this like deep charred seeded pepper spice. That second third kind of let down on that for a little bit, but it's still there. But if it's interesting, because if it wasn't that kind of charry pepper note, there's also like really rich cream, barnyard like nuttiness to it, baking spices that I really liked in the cigar. But that charred, pepper really seeded a little too much for me to fully enjoy the other flavors. So and also my burn was not that good at all. It was just constant, touch ups, a couple of relights. And maybe that has something to do with the actual flavors I got out of it, possibly. But yeah, it was just it was a miss for me.
All right, Seth, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, listen, it had this charred pepper meat flavor profile that I really liked, unlike June. So I actually enjoyed that. The first third delivered some qualities which were somewhat similar with the Robusto. I thought I was getting like some bread, some cheese, black pepper notes. It then quickly went into a different direction and then just delivered more of like this charred meat, earth, tobacco profile. Medium. What did I have it at? Medium full, beginning to end. The construction wasn't great it wasn't bad. I don't think I had as bad construction as June, but the construction was not perfect throughout.
All right, John, what were your thoughts?
I think I land somewhere in the middle, probably closer to June. Sorry, Seth. I was also kind of disappointed because I really like the Robusto, and short Churchill is a really nice format, and I'm like, well, Hector and Espinosa tend to do really good, you know, traditional format cigars, so I was kind of excited. Plus, I'm a sucker for Cameroon, but I don't know. Everyone kind of talked a lot about the first third, and I think the notes are pretty accurate. I mean, I got a lot of nuttiness, wood, mustiness, musty wood, nutmeg, full strength baking spices and pepper, which I love that, but it's pretty hard on the palate when you're trying to taste Cameroon wrapper. And then kind of a little bit of citrus notes. So for me, the first third probably packed the most flavor, and then the second third kind of settled into this kind of musty, spicy, citrusy wood combination, and it was pleasant, but it wasn't particularly engaging for me. And then the last third sort of became a little monotonous with toasted earth and musty sweet wood. I also had construction issues, so it sounds like the theme. I had the cigar go out on me in the first third, like almost right away, which was surprising. And the draw had a bit of resistance to it. Now I think it's a soft box press. So, or not a soft box press, it's a sharp box press. So, you could certainly argue that a resistance draw is kind of the design. But, I have to kind of base it on where the typical draw is. And it definitely had a little bit of resistance to it. So overall, kind of an average experience for me, unfortunately. Aaron, what was your experience like?
The flavor profile was average throughout. It was pretty basic, just cedar that gained some toast and later some char, along with some earth that got drier as the cigar was going along, and then black pepper. Oddly enough, I had really good construction, which is different than what you guys had on this cigar, and different than I've had on most all the other Espinosos I've been smoking recently. But the flavor profile just never really hit for me. I know a lot of people love this cigar in the various Vitolas previously, but it just has never really done much for me. So this new Vitola just isn't really anything different. I don't think I've been much off on this score for the previous one reviewed either. But yeah, I don't really see myself coming back to this cigar. It's just I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me. So let's get the scores. Start at the top with Seth at 6.47. Jiunn and I both gave it a 5.65, and then John gave it a 5.60. So Seth, how'd that 6.47 match up for you?
Listen, June's shaking his head at me. And I know I have the higher score, but I'd like to go last because I have numbers.
Okay.
But I got to deliver that afterwards.
Yes.
All right.
Let me go.
Jiunn, 5.65.
5.65 is the score as credited by developing palates because it was a total average cigar. I'm disappointed, man. I was really looking forward to this shape, more so than that Robusto that came out. But yeah, man, I think the construction probably has something to do with it, and within the actual taste flavor profile. Yeah, it's disappointing. I was actually really looking forward to this follow up. So
Yeah, I mean, I had the same score, but I got there a different way. I mean, I thought the flavor profile was completely average throughout, but I just had really good construction. That's what got it up there. Otherwise, if I had similar construction to you guys, I'd be, closer to the low fives. But yeah, just not didn't interest me in the least. All right, John, 5.60.
Yeah, Jiunn absolutely nailed it. I was really looking forward to the format. I mean, I'm a sucker for box press. You kind of almost get a half point just for the cool artisanal box press, but just not enough there for me. And kind of, it's average. It's average is not bad. It's just I was personally disappointed because I was really looking forward to this. Seth, drop us some numbers.
Well, yeah, I just want to know that if you subtract the fact that Hector was involved in this, that had a Cameroon rapper, and that Justin was involved in this, my number would actually get down to the 5.6. I just calculated it. So, listen, I was really high on this one with 6.47, but it's still a disappointment. I was really disappointed. I thought the size would be a lot better, but the Robusto performed better. I also think the flavor profiles weren't as good. And to make reference, all right, so Aaron's a freak because he got a 5.85 and he got a 5.65 on this. That's crazy. But
Yeah.
Jiunn, you had a 6.52 and you dropped down to a 5.65. It's a big jump.
mhm.
John, you had a 6.67 and you dropped down to a 5.6.
Yeah.
I went from a 7.78 and I dropped down to a 6.47.
There you go.
So I was still the highest. I was the most disappointed compared with the Robusto.
Okay, all right, man.
Numerically, the most disappointed.
I think we could all say we missed the Robusto.
Yeah.
I think when we all smoked this, we're like, damn, well, except for Aaron. Aaron's
Right.
probably like, hey, it's like Robusto.
Same.
It's different size.
You added an inch and a half to it.
Same.
But yeah, it's a bummer. But I love Justin. I love Hector.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, and the reality is they probably already sold out of these, so
Of course they did.
it's good on
Well, if
them.
that's the case, then let's just keep shitting on it then. So,
Yeah, be like, hey guys, hey, for the folks that bought already, joke's on you. You bought some shitty cigars.
do you think? All right, so they went down from a 50 to a 48. I wonder how much I wonder what the decrease in the Colombian tobacco being used was.
Either that, or maybe they had to pull. I mean, I'm not a master blender, but I assume
Yes, we are.
that
we went to Davidoff. Remember, we had the
that's true. We
certificate.
did go to Davidoff.
think they
We
just
know more
pressed
than
it harder.
we know more than Hector and Skip does.
Did they
now.
just pressed it a little harder?
They did. They squeezed it. I think because when you press it, it gets longer, right? Because that's how it works. It's kind of like a
Is that how it works?
Wider.
yeah.
I think it just gets wider.
So if you want to get a Churchill, you just make like a 4x60, and then when you press it, it gets to a.
So Seth, you
yeah.
got the other review up. What was the length on the Russo? It was 5.5, and then the
5.5
Toro was
by
6.
50. 5.5 by 50, and this is 6.5 by 48.
And the Toro was like a
Toro-
6, and the Tick was a 6, right?
Yeah, because
6 by
It was just like
52?
made a
half-inch
Brooks
increments.
made a
There?
big deal about the half inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you box press, you're almost certainly pulling out at least a half leaf of tobacco, and going down from a 50 to 48, that's probably another half leaf of tobacco. So you're talking a full leaf of tobacco, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, as the non-master blender, a half a leaf of tobacco here and there can make all the difference in the world. So I don't know whether that's the issue, but it was a starkly different cigar than the Robusto, which was unfortunate.
Hector
This
should
one-
put some Honduran tobacco in there, I think.
It needs more Honduran
Needs more
or
Honduran.
some Peladoro something.
This one's got a little bit more length for Justin, but it's lacking in the girth that Hector has.
Yeah. All right. Final thoughts on this?
I hope it's a really successful. I mean, it's a successful project for them,
It's
and I
sold
hope they
out.
come out with
It's
a Warzone
probably
2.
It's sold
man.
out,
Yeah.
right?
It's probably
Yep.
sold.
Probably.
course
They,
it's
they,
sold
yeah, they just need to sell it to the retailers. The retailers need to sell it to the
I mean, it's not
consumer.
like anyone's gonna. I mean, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna watch this? Do you think Hector's gonna watch this and cry?
No.
Hector
In his little
Hector
tiki
actually
set?
just messaged me about another review he did, so he actually watches these. Justin
Oh.
Justin doesn't watch this stuff.
Oh,
He's too
Justin
busy.
will. Justin will. He'll send me a fucking hate mail paragraph about Aaron.
And it doesn't matter because like it's the same score every time. Like he should just be like he should just accept the level. Like I'm consistent. Like
Listen, the last diesel that we reviewed, I scored it lower than you, I think,
Yeah.
or we were pretty close.
Right.
He starts
Listen,
going nuts about the low score. I was like, man, he's really going after me. And then he
Who-
starts mentioning you, and I was like, yeah, that fucking dick. I didn't do it.
Who had the 2 diesels and the Espinosas on his personal cigar list? That's right, Justin.
This guy.
Get to sponsoring, buddy. Great White North Studios. We need a backdrop. I'm just saying.
I don't know if Forged has a advertising budget yet.
It's not my
So-
problem. Figure it out.
Yeah, diesel.
All right. If you just catch this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. Also check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Warzone.